Welcome, seekers of the strange and unseen, to another journey into the shadows of myth and mystery. In today's episode, we dive deep into the world's most elusive and chilling creatures, from the enchanting mermaids of the deep sea to the eerie, red-eyed Mothman lurking in the dark. These beings have haunted legends and baffled believers for centuries. Are they pure folklore, misunderstood phenomena, or proof of something far beyond our understanding? Prepare to question reality as we uncover the truth behind the world's most mysterious beasts. Let's begin our descent into the unknown. From mermaids to Mothmen, the world's most mysterious beasts. A world shaped by legends. Throughout history, every culture has whispered tales of beings that defy logic and science. Creatures born of mystery, fear, and wonder. From the shimmering mermaids of the deep seas to the shadowy figure of the Mothman that haunted Point Pleasant, these mythical beasts occupy a fascinating space between folklore and reality. They are reflections of humanity's deepest curiosities. Our fear of the unknown, our reverence for nature's power, and our longing to believe that there's still magic left in the world. In this exploration, we'll dive into the realms of these mysterious creatures, unraveling their origins, the stories surrounding them, and the cultural truths hidden beneath their myths. Chapter 1. The Siren Song of the Seas. Few mythical beings have captivated sailors and dreamers like the mermaid. With flowing hair, a human's beauty, and a fish's tail, the mermaid embodies both allure and danger. The earliest known mermaid tale dates back over 3,000 years to Assyrian mythology, where the goddess Atargatis transformed herself into a mermaid out of shame after accidentally killing her human lover. As maritime exploration expanded, so too did sightings of mermaids. Sailors of the Age of Discovery reported encounters with these beings in every ocean. In 1493, Christopher Columbus even recorded seeing 3 mermaids near the coast of Hispaniola, though modern historians suspect he mistook manatees for mythical sirens. The mermaid's dual nature, half woman, half beast, symbolized both the beauty and peril of the sea. To many, she was a warning. Her songs lured sailors to their doom, echoing the Greek sirens, who used music to shipwreck men. Yet in other traditions, such as the African Mamiwata or Japanese Ninjyo, mermaids were revered as powerful water spirits capable of granting fortune or destruction. The mermaid, then, is more than just a creature of legend. She's a mirror of humanity's relationship with the ocean, mysterious, unpredictable, and eternally alluring. Chapter 2. The Forest Guardians, Bigfoot, and the Yeti. Moving from the depths of the ocean to the wild forests and icy mountains, we encounter another enduring mystery, the wild man of the woods. Known as Bigfoot in North America and the Yeti in the Himalayas, this towering ape-like creature has inspired countless expeditions, documentaries, and debates. The Patterson-Gimlin film of 1967, depicting a large, hairy creature walking through the forests of California, remains one of the most famous pieces of cryptid evidence. Despite extensive analysis, no definitive proof has emerged to confirm Bigfoot's existence. Yet stories of similar beings, hairy, humanoid creatures living beyond human civilization, appear in indigenous American lore long before modern reports. Tribes such as the Salish and Lummi describe Sask ETS, or wild men who lived in harmony with nature, respected by those who crossed their paths. Across the world, in the freezing peaks of the Himalayas, the Yeti occupies a similar mythological role. Known as the Abominable Snowman, it's described as a large, powerful creature with white fur and immense strength. Tibetan monks have preserved alleged relics, such as a supposed Yeti scalp, displayed in monasteries to this day. Modern science often explains these legends as misidentified bears, gorillas, or even human footprints distorted by snow. Yet, for believers, Bigfoot and the Yeti are proof that remnants of ancient species might still walk among us. Beings that bridge the primal past with the present, guardians of the wilderness humanity has all but forgotten. Chapter 3. The Sky's Dark Omen, the Mothman. In the quiet town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, between 1966 and 1967, a new kind of monster appeared. locals reported seeing a humanoid figure with glowing red eyes and massive wings, a creature soon dubbed the Mothman. The sightings began near an abandoned TNT factory, where two young couples described being chased by a winged figure that could fly at incredible speeds. Soon after, dozens of witnesses claimed similar encounters. Panic spread, and the legend of the Mothman took root. The story reached its tragic climax on December 15, 1967, when the Silver Bridge connecting Point Pleasant to Ohio collapsed, killing 46 people. Many came to believe that the Mothman's appearance had been a warning of the impending disaster. Over time, interpretations of the Mothman evolved. Some saw it as a harbinger of doom, appearing before catastrophes, similar to the Banshee in Irish folklore. Others viewed it as a misunderstood guardian or an interdimensional being. Psychologists suggest mass hysteria or misidentifications of birds like sandhill cranes could explain the sightings. But for locals, the legend remains alive. Today, Point Pleasant even celebrates the creature with a Mothman festival, proving how myths can transform fear into identity, tragedy into folklore. Chapter 4. The Dragons That Never Died. Among all mythical beasts, dragons reign supreme. They exist in nearly every culture, from the fire-breathing serpents of Europe to the celestial dragons of China. Despite their differences, they all symbolize power, chaos, and transformation. In medieval Europe, dragons were often seen as embodiments of evil, monstrous forces to be slain by noble heroes. The legend of St. George and the dragon became a parable of good triumphing over sin, while Norse mythologies, Fafnir represented greed's corrupting power. Conversely, in Eastern traditions, dragons were divine and benevolent. The Chinese long was a symbol of strength, wisdom, and imperial authority. It controlled rain and rivers, essential for agriculture. Unlike the European dragon, it was a guardian, not a destroyer. The universality of dragon myths has led scholars to propose various explanations. Some suggest they stem from early humans discovering dinosaur fossils and imagining the terrifying creatures they once were. Others see dragons as archetypes of natural forces, storms, volcanoes, or floods, given form through myth. Even in the modern era, dragons endure in literature, film, and fantasy. From Tolkien's Smaug to the mighty Daenerys Targaryen's dragons in Game of Thrones, these creatures continue to represent humankind's timeless fascination with power, danger, and the unknown. Chapter 5. The Sea Serpents of the Deep. Before the age of satellites and submarines, the oceans were an endless source of terror and wonder. Sailors often spoke of monstrous serpents, creatures large enough to crush ships or drag men into the abyss. The Kraken, a legendary sea monster from Scandinavian lore, was said to resemble a colossal octopus capable of dragging entire vessels beneath the waves. The sea serpent became especially popular in the 18th and 19th centuries, with numerous alleged sightings recorded in ship logs and newspapers. The most famous of these is the Gloucester sea serpent, spotted off the coast of Massachusetts in 1817 by hundreds of witnesses. While scientists often attribute such reports to misidentified whales, oarfish, or giant squids, the persistence of these tales speaks to something deeper. The sea serpent is not merely a monster. It's a metaphor for the fear of the unknown depths, the vast and unexplored territories of our planet, where mystery still reigns supreme. Even today, modern sonar scans and deep-sea explorations remind us that much of the ocean remains uncharted. Perhaps, in some unseen trench, the legends are not entirely wrong. Chapter 6. Chupacabra, the Bloodsucker of the Americas. In the 1990s, a terrifying new cryptid emerged from Latin America, the chupacabra, or goat sucker. Reports described a creature that preyed on livestock, draining them of blood and leaving behind strange puncture wounds. The first wave of sightings came from Puerto Rico in 1995, where locals described a reptilian creature with glowing eyes and spines down its back. Soon, similar stories spread across Mexico, Texas, and beyond. Skeptics argue that the chupacabra legend was fueled by mass hysteria and misidentifications of diseased animals, such as mangy coyotes. Yet the story resonated deeply in areas already burdened by economic hardship and social tension. The chupacabra became more than a monster. It became a symbol of fear and powerlessness, an expression of collective anxiety. Like many mythical beasts, it evolved over time. Modern depictions often show it as an alien-like creature, blending folklore with science fiction. This adaptability keeps the chupacabra alive in the popular imagination, a creature that feeds not just on livestock, but on human fascination itself. Chapter 7. Winged Beasts and the Fear of the Unknown. Throughout human history, winged monsters have served as omens, messengers, or warnings. From harpies and gargoyles to the Jersey Devil, they represent our primal fear of the skies, spaces beyond our control. The Jersey Devil, born from colonial folklore in the 1700s, was said to be the cursed 13th child of Mother Leeds. It had the body of a kangaroo, the wings of a bat, and the head of a horse. For centuries, residents of New Jersey's Pine Barrens have claimed to hear its blood-curdling cries or see it soaring through the trees. These flying beasts often appear at moments of chaos, wars, disasters, or social unrest. They serve as manifestations of collective dread, the embodiment of what humanity cannot predict or understand. Even in modern culture, these creatures endure. Reports of flying humanoids in Mexico City or thunderbirds in North America continue to emerge, blending old myths with contemporary fears. The skies, it seems, still hold their secrets. Chapter 8. Beasts as Mirrors of Humanity. What unites all these legends, from the depths of the ocean to the heights of the sky, is not their physical form, but their psychological function. Each creature reveals something profound about human nature. Mermaids embody desire and danger, the seductive call of the unknown. Bigfoot represents the wild, untamed spirit of the natural world we've lost. Mothman symbolizes the anxiety of disaster and the mystery of fate. Dragons reflect our dual relationship with power, both fear and fascination. Chupacabra and other cryptids externalize cultural anxieties, giving form to collective fears. Mythical beasts are not simply monsters. They are symbols, living metaphors shaped by the environment, culture, and psychology of the people who imagine them. Anthropologists suggest that such creatures function as cultural guardians, enforcing moral or spiritual boundaries. They warn, teach, and mystify. In societies where the line between the natural and supernatural was blurred, these beings maintained balance. Even today, in a scientific world, they continue to thrive, transformed by media, reinterpreted through fiction, and kept alive in the shadowy corners of belief. The enduring magic of mystery. Despite centuries of exploration, technological advancement, and scientific skepticism, humanity's fascination with mysterious beasts remains unbroken. From the deep seas to dark forests, from ancient myth to internet-age cryptids, these creatures remind us that the world is still filled with mystery and wonder. Perhaps that's why we continue to search for them, not to prove their existence, but to reaffirm our own sense of awe. Myths, after all, are not lies. They are truths told in the language of imagination. They connect us to the fears, hopes, and dreams of those who came before us. So the next time you hear a strange sound in the forest or catch an unexplainable shadow across the waves, remember, the world's most mysterious beasts are not just creatures of legend. They are reflections of our enduring need to believe that something extraordinary still lurks just beyond the reach of reason. And there you have it, a glimpse into the strange and captivating world of the unknown. From the haunting songs of mermaids beneath the waves to the terrifying sightings of Mothman in the night sky, these creatures remind us how much mystery still surrounds our world. What do you believe? Myth, misunderstanding, or something truly supernatural? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into the world's greatest enigmas. Until next time, keep your eyes open. You never know what's watching from the shadows.